Okay, so my volume wasn't on. That's strange. I don't have the right mic. Bear with me a second. Should be better now.
Okay, you should be able to hear me a lot clearer now. Can you hear me a bit better? I've got the actual microphone plugged in. Please let me know. Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. Excellent. So welcome everybody. Was supposed to do this about an hour ago. Just a few things happened. It's been a crazy, it's been a crazy month for me. And hopefully it gets better, but life can be difficult sometimes. But we proceed, we proceed, we proceed. You know? So you should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me? I should be quite loud, to be fair. I don't want to make it too loud, so it's not peaking. Yeah, so apologies about it not being an hour ago. Like I said, I just got a phone call, and yeah, the phone call was just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, you know, we proceed, we proceed. So basically what I usually do start with, I start with me going through all the promotional stuff, which the promotional stuff here at the moment is the services I have to offer. So like I've said, I'm not going to be as active as I was before in the Discord. You know, I'm gonna try my best here and there as I try to give out like AUD USD today and stuff like that. But of course, I keep telling people all the time, I don't trade no magical secret technique or secret way of trading. Literally anybody can use any indicator, any way they choose to trade. There is no super special strategy or anything like that. People have to understand, if your risk to reward is not correct, then your strategy is going to seem like it doesn't work. But if you get your risk to reward right, by the time your strategy does work and the market goes into one of the 4 phases that I've always explained in my videos, which is one of these phases here. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna get that up again for y'all. Put in the general chat. Get it up. Okay, here. Let me get this up here. Go back into the general chart. And here. So this is the one I've made up, the little graph I made up, and it's pretty much the same thing. Let's just see. Hello, hello, my friend. So cool. So this is what I call the 4 phases. There's accumulation, advancing, distribution, declining, and accumulation again, basically. So sometimes the market's going to be in your phase. Sometimes it's not going to be in your phase. If it's not in your actual phase, then you're probably going to be losing more trades than you're winning. It doesn't matter what you trade. People need to understand this. It doesn't matter what you trade. If it's not in the phase that you're trying to trade, which is either 1, 2, 3, or 4, then you're most likely going to win or lose trades depending on that. I always trade the advancing and the declining because I like to swing trade more than I scalp. If you're a scalper, you'll be trading more of the accumulation and the distribution on lower time frames, trading off of highs and lows. That's probably what you'd be doing. If you're a swing trader, you're more than likely waiting for a breakout, a retest, and a continuation. So this goes back to my services on this point here, is that now with all the services I have to offer here, it's based on more things showing you like entries into the market, the possible trend of the market, or it'll be any type of signals and stuff like that. So if you'd like to trade with me on any of the trades I do take, then the Neo group is great for you. It is 60 GBP a month, basically, and you get access to Trinity, any of the Trinity groups you want to be in, scalping, swing trading, gold, indices. You can be in any of them, it doesn't matter. You can be in all of them or any of them. And you're going to get access to the Neo VIP group as well, where I'll show the chart layouts of what we're waiting for. There's currently about 11 pairs we're going to be waiting to trade soon. Not all of them will come through, but out of 11, maybe 6 might come through, 7, etc. We're waiting on those in the weeks to come. It's been quiet for the last 2 weeks, but again, that's why we've got 11 coming up now. And you're also going to have access to Morpheus as well, which is a group that shows you the trend of the market. So literally it'll show you like it's a downtrend now, and whichever pair that is actually posted in the Telegram Morpheus group. And I do the major pairs, the indices, gold as well. That's what I do in there in Gbpjpy, I believe. And yeah, you'll be able to see that, okay, we're in a downtrend now, so we should be looking for more sells with Trinity. We're in an uptrend, so we should be looking for more buys. I have decided that I might, upgrade Morpheus, and this is what you saw here. So I might just keep it very simple. And what this is that you're actually only going to be looking for your buys and your sells within these zones. So I'm trying to figure out a nicer way for people to just say, okay, is price action within this zone? Okay, now I can wait for my Trinity alert. One of the biggest things that I had a problem with, and what people, I don't think they understand, is that I get it. People want, these type of signals all the time and stuff like that. But you got to remember, even to give out a signal, there has to be a certain amount of work that gets put into what you're looking at. Is it in an uptrend? Is it in a downtrend? So this is why, again, I put out these, try to put out these cheaper services for people to understand that, if you're using, let's say, Morpheus and Trinity together, you can say, okay, Morpheus is showing me that this is a buy zone above this area. This is a sell zone below this area. Okay, price action is within this zone. You can see the arrow showing you there. And I got an alert. Like I told everyone, there was a 1 hour Trinity alert here. So this could be a possible sell in the market from this area. There was another 1 hour one from down here as well, which helped obviously the market go down towards this level here, which is about 100 pips. So this is how it would work for you. And you can see it's literally off of these levels. So you'd wait for price action to get back towards whatever levels I draw out. So that's Morpheus 2.0 I'm working on. Still going to just pay a little bit more attention to it, but maybe within the next week, it might even be up and running, or within that time, so people can just understand. Morpheus is 20 Gbp, Trinity is 20 Gbp, and Neo is 60 Gbp. So if you get all of them if you get Neo for 60 Gbp, again, you get all of them together. Then we're going to crash courses. Now, when you've got crash courses, you can book me out for 1 hour if you want to. It's up to you. You can book me out for 1 hour, figure out your own strategy, whatever you want to talk to me about. If you want to learn how to trade gold, of course, any of these type of things, all I ask is that you be realistic. I can't teach you how to complete the whole mastery of Forex in 1 hour. Now, it would be better for you if you do want to pick up the crash course, if you have got the funds to do so. Which is 200 Gbp a month. Everything is a monthly payment, by the way, or this is the only one that's an hourly payment, but everything else that I've spoke about previously is a monthly payment. Now, of course, you don't have to stay in any of these services. You can opt out at the end of the month, but if you do decide to stay, obviously it's a renewal cost. Now, with this, I'm actually giving out free Zoom calls at the moment. I haven't updated this, so you'd get free Zoom calls. I think I have. I'm not too sure. I've got to double check it here, but you won't get one of them. You're going to get free Zoom calls within the month. So within that Zoom call, it's going to be about an hour to 2 hours. I'm going to be able to break down a lot of the stuff I talk about in detail with you. And there's pretty much nobody that does use this service that doesn't get a great amount of detail from what I'm actually explaining in the market. Also, if I'm researching new stuff as well, like I had with my other student, I was explaining to them, look, this is what I'm seeing from scalping, and this is what you can do. So, you're going to learn a lot of that type of stuff. And like I've always said, the trader that spent a year with me, they started off with this service for a couple of months first before they went down to a lower package, basically. So, and it was so they could get as much information as possible, coming from pretty much nothing into learning, a lot about the market. So that is the crash courses. Then when we go to signals and copy trading, what people need to understand is that signals is basically you can take your own risk. So you can get into the market, you can take your own risk and do whatever you want with the trades I do give out. Again, I advise people to be, very careful with their risk management. But if they don't, it's going to cause them issues. They could blow their account because not every single trade is going to win. But again, that's down to you. Now with trade copying, it's up to me in order for me to try and grow your account to a certain amount. I do try and grow the account by 1 to 2% a month. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you need thousands of pounds to make any money. Remember, I'm stating 1 to 2,000 based on everyone, not just certain people that might have $200 to $500 that they might be able to put into account. There's some people that do come to me and they've got $10,000 people. There's people that come to me that have got $100,000. People got to understand this, that I can't just make my services always for people that might have $100 and so and so. And it is still affordable for everybody. But at the same time, even though I say 1 to 2%, doesn't mean I'm only going to make 1 to 2% some months. If it's a great month like there was in February and May, I could end up making 10% on your account. It just all is what it is. This is Forex for you. So it's more of a long-term investment if you want to do copy trading. And you got to remember, you're not really doing nothing. So in all that time, you can always go to work, make the extra money you need, and just say, I'm going to put this into copy trading. You're not doing anything for copy trading. And yeah, so that's copy trading. And then when it goes into prop firm copy trading, as I've tried to tell people, I'm only doing 10 people at the moment because I want to know if it's feasible. I'm currently managing about 4 accounts at the moment. I believe it's either 4 or 5. And yes, I have to take these trades individually and manually. So I'm not copy trading them all from one account to another. It's literally, I'm entering these trades manually. It doesn't take too much time because I'm only entering swing trades in these accounts. So it doesn't take up too much time in terms of I have to, you know, open, close positions. I need everybody to understand that. And that price of that one is 100 GBP a month, not like these ones, which are 50 GBP for the first 10 people. So I just want everyone to be aware of that. And that is the service if you're taking prop firm copy trading. There's only a couple of spaces left before I'm going to close it off until I see how the circulation goes and whatever happens there. And that's pretty much everything I explained there. Like I said, I like to get all the promotional stuff out of the way because people always ask me about these services, and it's better for them to watch the video and they can see what I do have to offer. If you do want to get any of these services, just join my Discord or message me on Telegram and then say you're interested in any of these services. If you still need more information, especially about the prop firm copy trading, I don't mind giving you a 5 to 10 minute phone call through Discord or Telegram and explaining it to you. I've done that with everybody that has pretty much picked up the service, just so they're aware of what's actually going on. It's not a problem. Again, it's everything is an investment. I'm just trying to cut down my time looking at the charts. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on there. Now I'm going to go into the weekly analysis. So I know the week has obviously already moved. A lot of these ideas and trades I did give out from about almost 2 weeks ago in terms of what people could be trading and stuff that's happening. And now what I'm saying is that we could be seeing possible continuations in this pair. So this is what we're going to be looking at when it comes to AUD USD. So when we look at market structure and price action, we can see that market structure has formed a left shoulder. It looks like it's formed here, and then it started to form a head over here. So just so people can see this better, so it's not like I'm pointing into nothing. You see there's a head from here coming down here. Looks like there's a left shoulder over here. And now what we could be seeing is price action forming a right shoulder. So we might see some consolidation here. That's why we're possibly seeing the sell back down. And then we could be seeing a continuation for price action to go back up. Now, I would say realistically, if you what you don't want to see happen here more than anything is you don't want to see price action going any lower than this level here. Now, my reason for this is because where are we? Daily support. Now, my reason for this is because we can see price action has broken out of this area. It was failing to break out of this area a good couple of times. You can see here. And then now what we actually seen is we're seeing a breakout of this area. And now we're seeing a possible push up to the, you know, the upside for momentum. So more than anything, we can see that price action seems to be making this idea whether it's going to buy or sell from this area around here, the lowest. We do not want it to go any lower than this number right over here, which is 0.67782. We want it to, if anything, pull back towards this area and then go for a continuation of a buyback up. That wouldn't make the best left shoulder to right shoulder combination. This can happen, but if not, it could just stay around here, consolidate, and we could see a continuation of a push up. But I am looking for bullish momentum on AUD USD at the moment, and it'll be the same for the other two USD pairs as well, but we'll go into them. Yeah, I don't see it going down. So right now, we just pay attention to here. If it breaks this level, especially from a daily time frame perspective, then we should be looking at continuation sells. But for now, let's just see what happens. So we have got Euro USD here. And what I did try and show people, I'll go into Gbp USD so I can break down the proper trade setup of what Trinity did do. But we are looking at the same type of thing here. We can see there's a massive gap between here and here. Let's just get rid of this one here. We can even get rid of all of this. We don't need that there. So let's get rid of this as well. Huge push down. So what we can see is that between here, let's get this tool out. Between here and here, yeah, the market needs to clear this area. So you can call it liquidity, you can call it slippage, you can call it whatever you want. But realistically, we just know the market needs to cover this area. So you might be saying to me, why does it need to cover this area? We can see that there isn't a lot of restriction around this area. Restriction is basically this. Restriction, friction, is when you start to see loads of buy and sell candles together. We can just see a continuation of straight sell candles here. So because we're seeing this, it's giving us an idea that the market's going to want to go and correct this area. Now, the reason for that is because it's been, again, a straight push down. So we can see it's already broke this little bit of friction here. And now we can see the market holding above this area. So if we do look at this from probably even a lower time frame, again, this looks like a left shoulder. We've got a head here. So if you're looking at it from maybe a 4-hour time frame, just so people can get the gist of what I'm saying here. If you're looking at it from like this time frame here, we can see here, left shoulder, head. You can even see price try to buy up here. So if anything, you really don't want price action to be going any lower than this area here again for a continuation. So you should be looking at something like this on price action. You want it to probably go back here, and then you want it to continue back up to this area. And this is a perfect setup for a slippage candle, because we can just see how this looks. A nice clean push down. So if anything, we could be seeing the market going back up towards this area for a trade. And this is why we have Trinity. Again, it's the whole reason why I'm not trying to be like, buy now, sell now, guys. You know, you get Trinity, and this will help you out with this, because if you do see a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour buy alert off of this area, here you go. There's your trade setup. You take it to here. That's obviously 8. You don't need 8. You only need 4. Depends on where it comes in from your entry. But let's just say it's around this area here. Then this is even more than a 4 there. So there, that's a 4. 1 to 4 means you could lose this trade 3 times. So let's say it came in here, this one fails, then you do it again. So let's say it gives you another entry, maybe here, do it again, because you've got, if you're just trading this one pair, you've got 3 attempts of getting it right or wrong between a certain amount of alerts. And I will tell you this for now, the 1-hour alerts are a lot stronger than 15-minute alerts. I know people love to scalp with Trinity, but if you start using the 1-hour alerts, you could probably start making a lot more money, especially if you've got a 1 to 4 RR. I'm telling you, and it's why I swing trade. It's not because I'm using the 1-hour alerts, but more than anything is because I know that when I use the higher time frames, you know, it just gives me a better chance of getting these RRs I'm trying to pull on these trades sometimes, and it's a lot easier for me. But completely up to you how you decide to trade. But what you're looking for here is a buyer for this level here, this weekly support area. As you can see, many times it's been holding here. And again, this is the head. So this is like a liquidity zone. If it goes lower than here, it could spike all the way back down and then go back up. So let's see how it plays out. But we're looking at buys more than likely from that area there. Now let's go down to Gbp Usd. Okay, no, so now on, okay, this is GJ right now. So GJ, same thing. I did give out this trade call out to people. I did tell people that you're looking for any sells off at this level here, and then this level here, and then if it goes up, you'll be looking off of it this level here. So in theory, you had one trade here. There was a Trinity alert. I showed this in the group. It was off of this level here. I believe it was either this level or this level here. We can obviously see it touch this level, so it's definitely off of this level here. We did get one. I can't remember the exact ones. I should have marked them out, so my bad. But there was definitely at least 2 setups. So there's this one here, and I believe there was another one here that did come in again for a continuation of a sell. So you had at least 2 setups from these areas that were rejections in the market. Remember, I've always taught you guys and girls to draw these support and resistance levels. The link for this will be in the description below, how to draw these levels. I did show everybody on Gbpjpy. And yeah, we can see it's the same thing we're looking at here. So now we can see price action went here, rejected, did push up a little bit, but in all fairness, it depends where your stop loss was. You could still be in this trade. If not, I think there's another one that did come in here. You could have tried. So remember, you've already won this twice, which was pretty much 1 to 4 twice. So that's about 8 steps forward you've gone. Even if you're losing here, so you might have won 8 going forward because you won 2. Then now you're going back by 2, depending on where the entry came in here on a 15-minute time frame. Let's just say for Trinity. And you'd be fine to be able to still take these trades, or you'd be holding this one here. I do believe there was one here today. And if it does break and push back up, then you're looking for more entries towards this side here, because it can reject off of this top level. So I'm looking at continuations of sells. The only time I would be looking at buys is if it breaks this extreme highs here and it closes above like this. So you see this close. If we see a huge daily candle close above this level, then I'll be looking at continuations of buys. But for now, I'm still looking at sells, with Trinity giving possible entries on a 15 to 30 to 1 hour time frame for sells. That is what I'm looking at on GJ. Now, so Gbp Usd, I wanted to break this one down. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. This is how you see it better. So this is basically what Trinity is doing for you. And I feel like this is why some people are still struggling. And some people even feel like they don't need the system. I get it. If you've got your own entry system, you probably don't need Trinity. You can work out something yourself. But if you're struggling with entries in the market, it is a fantastic piece of equipment. I can swear by it, literally, because I've been using it myself. It works. It's not a problem with it working. What people struggle with as I always say, it's probabilities. They want to enter a trade and they want to make sure that's the right trade. So their risk management is probably not correct for them to spread out their trades over the period of the week or over the period of the month. So what happens is they end up losing too much money straight away. And then when it comes down to a further later period where they could make the money because the market goes into your phase, yeah, then you basically don't have either enough money to trade or you're negative too much. So it looks like whatever you're doing is not working. So let's just pay attention to what happened here. Let's go to the daily time frame first to how you could have broke down this trade. So when we go to the daily time frame, yeah, we can see that here. So this should be here, to be fair. Right here. So we can see that there was a rejection on the daily time frame here. There was a rejection here, and I'm sure anybody that was looking for a buy on GU could have seen this as well. They were probably saying, okay, it looks like this pair is rejection. We can see it's rejecting, sorry. We can see there's a rejection here. Pardon me, there was a rejection here. There was a rejection here where it closed here, still above these levels. Look at it. And then from there was a buy off of this level. We wasn't even getting our trade then. Of course, the 15-minute entry would have been lovely to take that trade. But what that helped us with when we saw those rejections is it helped us draw this daily support as I teach you how to draw. Yeah. Always use the candle bodies. I don't use the wicks. So this is why you can see a bit of candles here on the lower time frame, you know, pouring out below the level. But we can see here as we get to this level, the candle body is holding. So now it's broke out. Boom. As soon as it's broke out, it's giving us a trade here straight away. So it's giving us our breakout here. And we even had an entry right here for Trinity. It was even later on. It wasn't even this entry it gave us. It gave us a 1 hour entry here for this trade. Now, our stop loss had to be below this last swing low because we can see here in the market, let's get this out. The market had been doing swings right here, like this, and there you go. So we can see the swings in the market. You might even say here was a swing, but here we can see how the market is swinging. So there was a swing low here, and it gave us our entry. We can even see it because it was a pullback. You can even see this kind of semicircle here. Pullback. So our stop loss should have been below there. That's all we needed. And now we've gone for our entry in our trade. This is all you have to wait for sometimes with Trinity. Even if you wait for the 1 hour alerts, I guarantee you in a month, there's more clean ones that come up like this. One thing I can say is probably don't try and trade all of the majors. Probably just find either trade Gbp Usd, Euro USD, AD USD, or trade the other ones, USD Cad, USD CHF, Usdjpy, or and only find if you're going to trade free, you can trade free or trade two. But if you're going to trade two, then just trade one like Gbp USD and then one, let's say USD Cad. Just trade them two. That's all you have to do within the month. If you just slow it down and trade probabilities with a good risk to reward, I'm advising people to do 1 to 3, 1 to 4 RR in their trades like this. You're more than likely going to end up profitable by the end of the month, even if it's by 1 or 2%. Remember, if you can continue to do this, your problem is not your trading. Your problem is your capital if you're not making enough money. So what do you do then? Then we go the funding route. So I'll go into that after, but let's just go into this analysis first so people on YouTube can get this out of the way. So you can see here straight away, we had a daily support, 1 hour Trinity alert, stop loss below the swing low here, the last low. There was already a break of structure. So we can see on a 1 hour time frame that the market's going into an uptrend. It's giving us everything we need. Off of this daily support, we're breaking structure to the upside. And then we can see a trade entry here. Yes, it's not going to work all the time, but this one did. You have to be able to take your trades like this because remember, you can be wrong 3 times if you need to. And on the 4th attempt, you can be right. Just keep it like that. So this is how you can take these trades nice and clean. I remember this is without using no other indicators, just literally getting 20 GBP a month alerts. The only thing people have to do is they just got to put a bit of extra work into it if they want to. Draw some lines on your chart. You know, you have to be able to see, okay, what can I see here? I came here today, I came here tomorrow. I'm not seeing anything. I came here the next day, I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, now I see the break of structure here. Now I've seen the continuation. I know people know what break of structure is because I know there's hundreds of traders that always draw a break of structure on their chart. Yeah, just look for these things. And then now when you've seen the break of structure, the retest, then you've got a Trinity alert straight away. Cool. If you might have even had a Trinity alert from the break of structure originally, that's all right. Look for the last time there was a swing low, put your stop loss below it and let the trade do what it does. And this is how it works. So this is literally an ideal trade setup you can take. And this is why I drew this one out and put it in the Discord for everyone to be able to see. If anyone's got any questions on that later on, please let me know when I get through the other analysis. Just let me know. Okay, so now we're going on, sorry, and GBP USD, I didn't go into what we're expecting. So we're expecting, of course, a continuation of a buy for GBP USD. We don't really want it to go back any lower than this break of structure level here, which is 1.18771. We don't really want it to go any lower than that. We want it to continue there. Yeah. So from that area there, we're expecting price action to hopefully keep buying up and give us exactly what we need. If it doesn't pull back towards this area, that's cool, not an issue. Then it might go from these, any one of these other supports over here. So let's just go up here and let's see if we can see anything from a higher time frame perspective. Okay, so we've got this monthly support. It can buy off of here. We've got this other one here, this level here, a monthly support, and then worst case scenario, this breaker structure. So you've got 3 possible re-entries into a buy here, but don't enter straight away. Wait for candles to close. I would say at least wait for the 4-hour candle to close, because the 4-hour will give you a nice trend direction for a session in the market, is what I would suggest. So when it gets to any of these levels, wait for the 4-hour candle to close, then base your entry. You know, obviously, if you get a Trinity alert for, let's say, a buy on a 15-minute time frame off of one of these entries, then yeah, you can enter just before the 4-hour candle closes. But if not, wait for the 4-hour candle, wait for your Trinity alert. Just see if you're seeing rejections of any of these levels before you get the continuation of the buy. But I do believe it's going to buy. We are seeing a rejection of this level here. So the next buy has to break this level here for it to continue. So when we do see a buy, if it is going to do that, we're more than likely going to see a huge push straight up towards at least this level here, I would say. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. So let's go into Usdjpy. Is it? No, this is Dow Jones. Now, this was a perfect trade setup. I gave this one out definitely 2 weeks ago in the Zoom call. It's when price action was here. I did tell everyone that we can see that this level was holding here, and this was the lowest low here. So the reason why I was telling people that price can buy for this level is because, again, just like what I'm telling you now with GU, EU, AU, is that when price action starts to break levels of where, you know, support or resistance of where price was holding on the left, if it was holding around that area or bought off of that area before, as we can see right over here, then if it breaks that level, it's more than likely going to continue going the opposite way that you want it to do. But if it does manage to hold itself, then we can be looking at a continuation of a trade. And this is what I said, exactly what I'm teaching. This is why, again, I'm giving you Trinity so you can use it. I might not be there every single time to say, okay, enter a trade now, whatever. But off of this level, there was a 15-minute Trinity alert for an entry for a trade buy. Then it went up all the way here. Then it went all the way back down. But remember, we're still looking at this level. There was another entry down here. This was even a 1-hour entry. So this time I tried to fake everyone out, then pulled back in. And let's go to a 4-hour chart and see how we can see this here. So yeah, you can see even this one here broke, but then you got a 1-hour buy alert here. Yes, it was below this level, but it was a 1-hour buy alert. You definitely should be able to go for that, because why wouldn't you? It wasn't even a 15-minute alert. It was a 1-hour alert of market structure being broken. So let's even go down to the 1-hour time frame, see what we see here. So I believe this alert would have been here. Was it here? No, it should have been more up. It would have definitely been here. If it was anywhere, it would have been this one here, to be fair. Yeah, this looks more like it. I have to double check that. That one right there. This one went up to here. I have to double check that though, people, just to make sure. But there you go. Now we can see more than anything is that you still had a 1-hour buy alert. Even if you did get it from here, buy it from here. So now it pushed back into this zone. Even if it was from here, it was better, because if you did get your alert here, it pushed all the way back into this zone, was here. This was most likely the breakout. And then, you know, Trinity gives you a retest. So it probably did this retest and then the continuation off of that level. So you had all of this trade to take off of this on Dow Jones, just based on simple market structure, top-down analysis. And then once it was above this level, now we've seen this. This is why I drew this. Look, circle here, and then another one here, because if it holds on this level, just like I'm telling you with all these other pairs, we're looking for continuations. You take the trade. So if you won this trade, let's say 2-1, now you know you can lose at least 1 on this. So you can take the entry here on the 15-minute alert, stop loss below the lows here, and then you go for that trade. And of course, this trade did win as well. So this was a 6 trade. So just those 3 trades there. There's 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. You're up by like how much percent? You're almost up by 10 RR just on those trades. It's probably 10 to 15 almost RR. This is how you can trade. And remember, if you're up 15 RR, you can lose 14 trades and just win 1, and you would have still been profitable. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to trade it like that. And this is specifically if you're trading 1 pair. What I'm trying to teach people here is slow it down. If you're still confused with how to use Trinity, or you're finding it, maybe there's too many alerts and stuff like that, slow it down. This is why I separated the groups. Go into the swing trading group, which is the 1 hour alerts and up. And you're only going to have to check that group every hour to see what there is there. Do you know what I mean? You can just literally do that. So now when we go into, sorry, this is one thing I didn't do. So now what we're still looking at US30 on, we're looking at continuations of buy. So it seems like right now it wants to clear this massive push it did down here. So we're still going to probably see a continuation of a buy all the way up until I would say at least this area over here. So we're probably going to see at least a clear up of this level here. And there's loads of areas. It's got to clear so much. So let's see what we see. Let's go to a higher time frame, actually, people. It's not about just talking. It's about making sure the trades come out. You know what I mean? So here we go. So let's mark this one out here. So right here. There we go. So here's another daily support. So here's a daily support here. So now we're looking to see if price action is going to buy up. And then if anything, we're looking for a pullback towards this daily support level. Why? We can see a breakout from here before, a rejection of here, a continuation of a buy before it failed to go down. So this was an old buy area. We can clearly see here. Plus it was a daily support here. So this is what we'd be looking for right here. We're looking for this daily support to be held and a continuation of a buy up on this pair, at least towards this level here before we see a rejection. So look out for your 15-minute alerts for your re-entries on this pair. It might fail and go back down. Oh, well, but if you made money off of it, you take the trade. It's really that simple. USD Cad, what we're looking at here. USD Cad, bit of an awkward one, this pair. It's left a huge liquidity up here to the top side. Let's just mark this out. It's even bigger, I think, on another time frame. We are obviously seeing a pullback for a sell. It might hold here. It is in an uptrend. It might hold here to this area here. Seems like it wants to hold support. So it seems like this area here is a support, strong support as well. So you really want to see is if you're getting any type of alerts off of this area for a continuation of a buy. If it does want to continue to buy, then we're looking at a push up towards this area here with a clear of a liquidity wick. If we do see that, if it does fail and breaks back through this level, you can see here. Let's even bring this up here. Let's bring this up here. There, if it does fail and break back through this level, then we're looking at price action selling and going down towards, I would say, here is your breakout. So we're looking at price action going back down towards this level here. It does so before we see any possible rejection. Reason why, it's because we can see what's happening here. So if it does want to sell, we're looking at price going at least to that area. If not, we're looking at a buy up and a sell up to this monthly resistance zone up here, which is 33279. This is what we're looking at on USD Cad. USD Swiss Franc, what are we seeing here, people? USD Swiss Franc, let's get this out of the way for now. Get this out of the way. So USD Swiss Franc, it's consolidating a bit in the middle of nowhere right now. So I'd wait. I would really just wait. I'd wait for price action to either come down here or go back up to the top. More than anything, if it's going to sell a little bit more, wait for it to come here and then wait for your possible buy re-entries. If it does break this time, though, it's going to push down a bit more. So it could push down towards this level before it rejects here. So we could be seeing something like this, a sell back down towards this level and then a rejection back up. Could be seeing that. If not, then we could just be seeing price action buy back up. So it's a bit in a bit of a, you know, a skeptical place, basically. I wouldn't touch it right now. We still need to wait to see what price action does with it. More than anything, I'd be looking at continuations of buys to the upside unless it breaks this area. If it breaks this zone, then we'll be looking at continuations of sells to the downside. So, of course, this will be all updated on Morpheus. As you can see here, Morpheus was already telling you it's an uptrend. So, of course, if Morpheus goes into a downtrend, then the traders will be notified about that in the Morpheus group. Usdjpy, bit of a floater. We don't know, it's in the middle of the air. Where is it? This pair is just going to wherever it wants. Doesn't even make sense anymore, this pair. Just floating all the way up there. So as we can see, for me, I haven't got the biggest package on TradingView, so I can't see all the candles going back. I can go into MT4 and see it though. But right now, more than anything, we're definitely expecting for price action to go for a sell, but we have to wait for price action to show us some type of downtrend. So our interest in this right now to see if a downtrend is going to form is we want to see a break of structure here, I would say. So you want to see a break of market structure here. If we see a massive bearish candle here, then we could be looking at price action going down, pulling back up, and then going for continuation of sell back down. But here's where it might stop, because you can see all the friction here. If it doesn't stop there and it wants to sell some more, then you can see a pullback, but then you would see a continuation to this area. As you can see, this is a huge buy rejection. So you're really looking at price action doing that if it is selling. I can't really tell you what it's going to do if it's going to buy, because of course I can't see nothing above it. So I can only tell you if it is going to sell, that is what we're looking at. Let's move on to gold now. Gold's everybody's friend. So I did tell everybody that I'm expecting gold to possibly sell again. I know I did draw this out in the chart that it could buy from here, but as you can see, this is why market structure is extremely important. We never saw the market go above here. We never got a buy Trinity alert, so we shouldn't have been looking for buys in this pair. We should have only been looking for continuations of sells. So let's just see that this, remember, this was a break of structure area I did map out for everyone. I'm just going to go see if there was a sell alert on here. Just give me a second. Let's go here, new share. Okay, and you should be able to see XAU USD M15. And I can just do so. If you download the actual app onto your computer, you can use it like this. I heard some people can't use it like that. If you do download it onto your computer, you can just search like this. It's what doesn't take long. It's really quick. And let's just see if we've got any sell alerts on this. So from Monday, we had a sell alert at 7:03, 7:30 in the morning. So I'm just gonna go back here in a second. Monday, 7:30 in the morning. Let's just see. Sorry, a second, people. There we go. Okay, it's cool. So Monday was there. So yeah, we already had one from here. So 7:30 in the morning, though, this would have got stopped out. So you would have got stopped out in the first sell because it was 7:30. So yeah, you would have got stopped out here with this one here. Let's see if we had any other sells. So I'm just gonna go back to Telegram just so you can see how it works. 7:30, you would have got stopped out. You had another sell at 11:44. Let's go here, back to here. 11:44. So it's 11:45 basically. There we go. So we had a sell right here. So let's get this short position. This candle. Okay, it was down. It was here. So your stop loss would have been up there. Not the best entry for a stop loss. Let's just get rid of this. And there you go. And this is a trade you would have had for a continuation of its sell back down. So you had one the week before that was like here. And then you had another continuation of a sell back down on gold right here. And why would you have been looking for that trade set up? Now, basically, when you do this, not that, you do this, we go back down, we go to the weekly chart. Let me switch off this indicator. Where are we? Switch off this. And when we zoom in, what do we see here? Price has still not covered all of this liquidity down here. So this is why we're seeing the continuation of the sell on price action, pushing back down to go and cover the bottom of the liquidity wick is there. So this is why we're still seeing price action going for this. And I did say that if we do see, I did tell people that, you know, don't be looking for your buy immediately on gold, because this is, I've seen them do this when they get to these areas. People are going to be looking for buys thinking, yep, it's going to buy, it's going to buy, it's going to buy. And they probably looked at the support level here. I'm like, wait, you want to see it get to this level here minimum. So your first entry for gold buy should be basically 1680. And then if it breaks that level and takes you out, then you're looking at 1576 for your next buy. And then for your next one, you're looking at 1451. Why are we looking there? Because over here on the monthly time frame is a wick. There's another huge wick right there. So just see it, another huge wick right there. So we're expecting, if price has done this one liquidity grab here and it rejected off of this level before, if it's going to keep selling, then we're expecting it to go further down. If it goes to this level, it might buy. But again, this is why we do our risk to reward. Put a tight enough stop loss. Yep. I would say any stop losses you want to put underneath maybe previous wicks over here on the left. So let's just say you did enter this trade from the 1680, you want to put your stop losses below these levels here, over here. Put your stop loss below there. And then if you entered from this one here, again, I would say you're looking at maybe put your stop loss below this wick here, because you don't want to put it below this liquidity, just put it below this one here. It stops you out, that's cool. And then obviously this one here, when you enter, put your stop loss, I would say just below here, right here. So you can see here, these would all be like levels of market structures or lows. You can just put your stop loss like that. If not, you can draw out your support and resistance levels, completely up to you how you do it. I'm just giving you a basic way of how to do price action and look at it. And the reason why I say that is because, again, if price is going to buy, it's going to buy. And this is how I caught this sell entry from here. I didn't think about 100 different ways and forecasts and check the news. And I didn't do that. I kid you not. I literally woke up in the morning, saw it was at the highest high. I was about to take my son to school. And I was like, listen, see if I enter this trade now, put my stop loss above this last high and it sells or it's not. And then by the time I was driving and got back, it was in profit. You really, if you start trading like that, you're going to stop having fear. And this is again why I have stuff like Trinity. Once it gives you an alert, just enter the trade. You put it there, you walk away, because you'll probably, most times you're going to just lose money anyway in the market. So you're better off having a simple setup, 1, 2, 3 confluences, enter the trade, work on your risk to reward. If you can figure out a way to get 1 to 4, 1 to 8, you know, decent trades like that, then you're going to be fine, because you can lose a lot more trades. But by the time you do win, you're going to be profitable. Your whole aim is just, I'm telling you, 1 to 2%, literally. So with all that being said, anybody got any questions on any of the charts that I was speaking about here right now before I go into prop firm talking and all that stuff? Anybody got any questions based on the charts I just mentioned? Yeah, so how you want to trade your break and retest is completely up to you. I would say more than just trade the break and retest and stuff. Yeah, more than anything, you need to just break down. Like I was telling one of the crash course gold students the other day, that's the 200 GBP a month one. I was telling them that if you can't really explain your strategy in 1 sentence or 3 confluences, then it's probably just too complicated. Because regardless of how complex your strategy is, you're still going to lose trades based on that strategy. You're better off just having 3 confluences. And my 3 confluences literally is, has price broken out on a daily, weekly, or monthly time frame? Yes, it has. Okay. My next confluence is, when has it retested an area? Yes, it has. Then my third confluence is, have you entered the trade? Literally, there's like 2 confluences. That's my confluence list. Is nothing else. I've literally got 2 confluences. If you was going to say a third confluence, is, did Trinity pop up with an entry for an alert? That's how I trade. I kid you not. Like, it's not anything fancy. It's literally, you just got to keep it so simple. And like I said, too many people are overcomplicating the life out of Forex when there's no need to do that. They really think that they're seeing what other people are doing and there's a magical way they're doing it and they must be getting something wrong. I'm telling you, you're not. Every strategy is a good strategy. What people don't realize is that your risk to reward needs to be on point. If that strategy only has a 25% win rate, then you need a risk to reward of like 1 to 10 probably. And then that strategy will be an excellent strategy. If it's easy for you to do, it's perfect. But again, if it's a 25% win rate, you need to have a risk to reward of like 1 to 10 probably. But you've got to work that out. And that's where people struggle when it comes to Forex, is that it's like they want me to work all of that out for them. I can't work out everybody's individual strategy for them. I can tell you what I do. And what I do is I use 1 to 4 now. And 1 to 4 seems to be a lot better for me. How do you know when to draw the sell entry, daily support, weekly support? And there's a video based on it. It's on YouTube. You can go into, it's even in here as well. Give me a second. Let me check. I did put the video on there. I have told people how to do it a couple of times as well. Where is it? education. Beginners courses. There you go. It's this video here in beginners courses. So I don't even have to put it. It's right there. And this one will teach you price action, trading strategy, Gbpchf buy trade. And that's when I told everybody from the 5th. So from May, I've been teaching everybody how to draw these lines on their chart. And I feel like people are just disregarding this. Like, you can be profitable with these lines. Go and check. Yeah, draw these lines yourself, how I say in that video. Then go and check whatever pair you want and see how many trades you would have caught. If you've got Trinity as well, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not drawing these lines. Go to these lines if you've got Trinity and go on backtest. I told you on Telegram, go check the trade, the pair, and then go see how many rejections you had for these zones, especially 1 hour alerts. 15-minute alerts will pop up a lot, but go check how many 1 hour alerts there were. You can literally type, if you download the Telegram app, you can literally type whatever pair, buy or sell, and H1, basically. Go and check how many 1 hour alerts that were rejected off of these areas, and you'll be shocked. You'll be like, okay, this makes no sense. So if I had a 1 to 4 risk to reward, because that pair probably went 200 pips in profit as well, you'd be like, oh, wow, I would have just won this if I did a 50 pip stop loss and I had a 200 pip TP. Just do that. People are overcomplicating it. I'm telling you, there's just no need. There's really no need. It's not me just saying it to sound cool. Just don't overcomplicate Forex. There's no point. Trust me. I'm not saying I'm the best trader in the world, but guys and girls, I've done the strategies. I've done the indicators. I've gone through hundreds of them. I've gone through hundreds of strategies, and nothing beats risk to reward and just keeping it simple. Just really keep it simple. Anybody got any other questions for me? Almost 15-minute alerts, reversals. When you say reversals, do you mean, I wouldn't say they're reversals, they're breakouts. Everything is a breakout. I wouldn't say it's a reversal. I wouldn't look at anything like a reversal, basically. Let's see what other questions there are in there. Look at everything as a breakout. It's only a reversal when it continues, basically. So if it does reverse and then continues, so it's hard to say it's a definite reversal, is what I'm trying to say. Just look at it as a breakout in the market. It could be a reversal, but we'd only know that if it continues. And again, we don't really need to worry about that. We just need to worry about, did it hit our stop loss or not when we put it below the low? If it didn't, then yeah, man, it's a reversal. Let's go. Let's ride the wave. If it did hit the stop loss, then yeah, you know what I mean? How do you deal with mind psychology / mindset of trading? It's not easy to deal with psychology and mindset of trading. I'm never going to lie to you, because what I realized is the biggest things, and it's happened to me recently. Like I said, I've been going through a crap time outside of Forex, you know, with personal things, and it will affect you, man. It will affect you. It will affect your trading and stuff like that. Like, I've tried my best to be, that's another reason why I've been a bit more distant from Forex and teaching every day and making all these YouTube videos. I'm human. I can't make videos every day if I'm going through stuff outside of Forex, man, because you're obviously, you're trying to put your mind in the best places, and I'm trying to find the best places for my mind to heal, basically, for whatever I'm going through. And for me to just be, you know, content, you don't want to push yourself too far where you're just like work, and you're not actually taking on board what might be happening to you. So it's always going to be a struggle. That's something that you're going to struggle with, because you're a human being. You're going to have your ups and your down days based on whatever you're going through in life. But of course, I would say when you are going through ups and down days, try not to trade when you're going through your down days. And if you do trade, journal it to see what the problem is. I realized that every single time I was over leveraging when I was trading, without me noticing, it was a day where I received information that I didn't personally like. So when I've gone back and checked it the last 3 or 4 times, I'm like, wow, it's ironic that every single time I was told something about that type of information, this is when I was leveraging more in trading without me even noticing. So again, you just got to kind of, you got to write it down. If you've done something mad on that day in terms of trading, write down your feeling. And then obviously 4 weeks later, if you do the same thing again, see if it's the same feeling, then you can start to pinpoint where your problem is coming from. And then you have to make sure you either don't trade on those days, or you try and find a healing space for that thing so you can focus better when you are trading. Hope that makes sense. Any other questions people got for me? Any other questions? Go to here. So when I talk about probability trading as well, the affiliate link for my Forex funds is in my YouTube description. It'll be in this one as well. I am still trying to get a discount link for them so everyone can get 5% off, but for some reason they're just ignoring me. I don't know why. My Forex funds, if you watch this video, stop ignoring me. Give me the discount code so people can get it. But basically what you want to do is you want to make sure you go get yourself an evaluation account. So you want to go get the evaluation one under programs. You don't want to go get yourself the rapid or the accelerated for now. Just get yourself an evaluation. And why I say this is because it gives you probabilities of trading. A lot of people have 250, 500, 1000. And realistically, unless you're going to be trading 0.01s and stuff like that, you're not going to have enough probabilities to be able to get in the market as I'm explaining. Again, no strategy is a bad strategy. What the problem is people have the wrong risk to reward. So when they're trading something, they're like, oh, it didn't work because I lost 4 trades in a row. Not knowing that if they traded that same strategy with a 1 to 6 always, then by the 5th or 6th time on average, it does give them profit. So this is what having more capital allows you to do, and why I advise people to go get a prop firm challenge. Now they even do a 5K account. So you can even practice, yeah, for $49 a month if you want to try it. You can practice a strategy and see if you can pass these accounts. I know it's not helpful because you still pay for it, but if you do end up profitable on the account, you can get free reset. If not, you can obviously, of course, pass phase 1, pass phase 2, etc. But test yourself. Like you can either do the FTMO demo, where it's absolutely free, but it's like a bit of a different thing. It's like 10 days or 14 days you get to try it. Or you know, if you've got $1,000, go get yourself a $50 5K account. And now what you can do is exactly what John was teaching you in all of these trades. You can, it's like gold. So imagine this happened in the space of 2 to 3 weeks. All of these levels were getting touched. You can basically say, okay, I'm going to enter a certain amount of leverage here, certain amount of leverage here, a certain amount of leverage here, or risk. Sorry, it's the best way to say it. Risk here, and risk here. But you couldn't probably do that on your live account because you didn't have enough capital. And that's all you have to do. And out of the 3 of them, I'm telling you, one of them is most likely going to give you profit. So you know already, if you are entering free trade, you need a minimum of a risk to reward of 1 to 3 whenever you do enter a trade. So people can understand what I'm saying. You need to make sure that if your stop loss is below those lows there that I told you, so about 200 pip stop loss, you need to have a minimum of a 1 to 3. There you go. Trade. So let's go down the time frame so it looks a bit better. There. So if you are entering on this line, this is what your minimum has to be. Now you can have more, but of course, if this trade loses, then you can now do the same thing here. So you can move this down here, and then obviously you want to just get your. I would even keep the stop loss the same. To be fair, I wouldn't even change the stop loss, because if you keep the stop loss the same, then you're always losing the same amount. If you move your stop loss, you're going to be losing more money when you go back. So try and keep even your stop loss the same. Just do that again. Just move that down here. It's either going to go off from here or it's not. And then if you're wrong there, then just do the same thing there. And it's literally like that. And you just keep doing that. And this is how you can do it. So even if you lose 4 trades here, by the time it does go off on the 5th time it does go off or whatever, now you're probably going to get a swing trade. But you know, if you do enter this pair 5 times, you need, and the 5th time is when it goes off, your RR needs to be 1 to 5. It can't be 1 to 3 because you're going to be negative still. See how nothing here had to do with a fantastic strategy. It is the most basic baby pip support and resistance, but then what you apply to it is good risk management, and that's how you can be successful. Exactly what happened here. I want people to understand this. What happened here? I gave this trade out. We caught this buy. Then there was another sell. There was a sell off for this level. We're supposed to catch from here, but then it did this. Boom, bought all the way up. So it took everybody out. And what happened is because John said it's going to probably sell and sell a lot of people came in, and I kid you not, they over risked their account so much. I saw some people that even messaged me, and I could see their risk. It was crazy, you know. And they weren't patient with it. So they lost too much money here. And this is where the phrase "it's a disaster" came from. Everyone started saying it's a disaster, it's a disaster. The gold sell, it's not going to happen, it's a disaster. But then all they had to do is just wait 2 more days, and then look, this is why you don't over risk. So if they just put enough risk management, like what I did, I took my loss there, was able to, I waited. Then when it did this, boom, 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 came back up here. Then I saw it started to pull back a little bit from this level around this top bit here. Then I re-entered and took the trade. So I took a loss here. I took like a loss and a half here. So it was like 1.5, let's say, percent. But then, you know, this was what, probably 20% almost going forward. So it's crazy. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. Good tip. Yeah. What lot size are you use on gold with a $500 account? So you need to be using a minimum of, I'll say, 0.01. Don't use any more than that, because you can see how if you catch the right trade with what I did there, look what I did. I was able to make $600, or let's say between gold, it was about $350 off of a swing trade. So people they basically don't respect the power of a 0.01. And if you do catch the right trade with 0.01, look how much money I made off of it. So imagine how many probabilities that gave me with a $500 account entering and hitting stop loss if I entered all of those entries with 0.01. Makes sense to you? So when I was right, so I probably could have got it wrong like 6 or 7 or 8 times, but by the time I did get it right, boom, I was able to make some good money. So I hope that makes sense to you. So like I said, the best thing for you to do is go get yourself a Forex funds account and then trade some probabilities with this. This way, even if you see like a buy on USD Cad, a sell on US30, a buy on AUD USD, like whatever you see, gold, a buy, you can enter all of these accordingly. But again, like what you said, you've got $500. You're not going to be able to do what I just said there. But this time there might be 4 good looking setups, but you can do that when you have a proper account. And that is the point of them. And that's the point of having more capital. Probabilities is what you need to trade. When you trade probabilities, it's better for you. So now I don't overthink trades, I just enter them. Just enter them, enter them, enter them. Because when you are right, boom, it's gonna go, 1 to 4 RR, and then those 3 losses before were nothing, and so on. Anybody got any other questions before I leave it there? No other questions for me at all? Okay, people. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very, very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, keep it simple. If you need anything from me, then just give me a direct message and let's try and see what happens. Let's try and make this money. No problem at all, people. You take care and you all have a good evening. See you later.